Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we take you up to Shenandoah, Pennsylvania for the encounter between the Shenandoah Valley High School Blue Devils and the Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornadoes. It's Friday, the 4th of November, 1977, and the game time kickoff is at 8 o'clock at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Shenandoah. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornadoes. At left end, number 82, Jed Karpinski. Left tackle, 70, Vince Giacomini. Left guard, 67, Ed Cup. At center, 52, Herbie Solomon. At right guard, 68, Jim Ambrose. Right tackle, 72, Calvin Henderson. Right end, 81, Greg Kent. The quarterback, number 9, Danny Rupp. Left halfback, 23, Robbie Zavarik. Right halfback, 27, Damian Mariano. And the fullback, 37, Seth Mazer. And there you see the remainder of the Mount Carmel area Red Tornado squad of 1977. The coaching staff, the head coach, Joseph Jazz Dimnick, assistant coaches Al Santos, Jim Sheehan, Joe Greco, Andy Budnis, Lenny Guarna, and Gary Hawanick. Superintendent of schools, Joseph B. Warner. The principal, Stephen P. Zarlinski, and the athletic director is Ken Slick. And now the starting lineup for the Shenandoah Blue Devils at split end, number 21, Tom Chernusky. Left tackle, 77, Charles Tomasakis. Left guard, 64, Fred Demi. At center, number 50, Frank Cardiff, or 51, Ray Lohr. At right guard, 66, Mike Caputa. Right tackle, 78, Joe Kowalanek. At tight end, number 81, Mike Ulickney. At quarterback, 10, Bill Shirakis. The left halfback, number 22, Tony Chaponis. Right halfback, 42, George Savakinas. And the fullback, number 32, Tom Ulickney. And the remainder of the Blue Devils 1977 roster. The coaching staff, head coach Jack Babinchak, assistant coaches Bob Bronick, Bob Chesney, Charles Tomsky, Ed Magnus. Trainer Gene Sinkus, administration band director Mike Maluka, athletic director Frank Ulickney, principal Adam Kurtz, superintendent of schools John Kubeka, and they are the Blue Devils. And underneath you see the officials. Steve Vack is the referee. Joe Lipinski, John Heller, and George Whitey Kurowski out of Reading. We pick up action in the first quarter after Robbie Zavarik's 5-yard TD run. It's now Mount Carmel area 1st and 10 at the Mount Carmel area 35. Score was 6-0. Number 23, Robbie Zavarik, gets 17 yards as he goes around the right end. Number 20, Glenn Suchok, forces him out of bounds at the Shenandoah 47. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at the 47. Zavarik on the carry. Tries to break outside. Loses one tackler, but there's no gain on the play. That brings up a 2nd and 10 at the 47. Zavarik on a crossfire trap picks up 5 yards out to the 42. And it's now 3rd and 5 at the 42. Number 7, Shemansky in at quarterback. And he's back to pass and completes it to number 81, Greg Kent, at the 21 for a 1st down. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at the 21. Number 23, Robbie Zavarik on the carry. Picks up 6 yards with number 42, George Savakinas on the stop. 2nd and 14 at the 17. Number 37, Seth Mazer on a trap, gets 13 yards all the way down to the 4-yard line. Red Tornadoes now have a first and goal at the 4-yard line. Bobby Zvarak on a carry, picks up 1 to the 3. Second and goal at the 3. And Zvarak this time picks up 2 down to the 1-yard line. Red Tornadoes now looking at a third and goal from the 1. And we go back again to Zvarak, and he leaps into the end zone. Red Tornado touchdown. A 2-point attempt. Quarterback Szymanski's pass to a wide open Greg Kent. Good for 2 points, and the scoreboard with 3 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter. 14, Red Tornadoes, Shenandoah nothing. Greg Kent's kickoff, and most of his kickoffs goes into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 at the 20. And there's no gain, but there's a penalty on Shenandoah, which the Red Tornadoes refuse. Second and 10 at the 20. Number 10, quarterback Bill Shirakis drops the ball, and it's recovered by number 81, Greg Kent, all the way down at the 1-yard line. Red Tornadoes now will have a first and goal from the 1. Number 37, Seth Mazer, gets into the end zone, 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point by Greg Kent is good. Scoreboard with 2:24 left in the first quarter. Mount Carmel area 21, Shenandoah nothing. Greg Kent kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. And it's fielded by number 20, Suchak, who returns from his 5 out to the 22. Number 37, Seth Mazer, and 42, Paul Pahutsky making the stop. Shenandoah at the 22, first and 10. And halfback number 22, Tony Chaponis, gets 2 yards with number 23, Robbie Zvarak, on the stop. Shenandoah now has a second and 8 at the 24. Quarterback Shirakis back to pass is sacked by number 74. That's Vince Giacomini. And that number changed. Number 70 was Giacomini. He changed to number 74 for this game. The play that just previously was on, 3rd and 15 at the 17, and number 30, Tom Kolonic, was held to no gain. And now we have 4th and 15 at the 17. Number 77, Tomasakis, his punt is to number 32, Eddie Dimnick, and he hands off to 23, Robbie Zvarak. Number 20, Suchak, on the stop after a 7-yard return. And scoreboard now shows the end of the first quarter on Carmel area 21, Shenandoah nothing. First and 10, and Zvarak gets the carry, picks up 5 yards. Number 22, Tony Chaponis, on the stop. Second and 5 at the 32. Number 32, Eddie Dimnick, on the carry, picks up 1 yard. That brings up a 3rd and 4. Quarterback Danny Rupp back to pass, and he hits Greg Kent on a drag. First and 10. Rupp this time is sacked for a 6-yard loss by number 66, Mike Caputo. Second and 16. Hand off to Zvarak, who picks up 3 yards, with Chaponis making the stop. Red Tornadoes now have a 3rd and 13. Quarterback Rupp back to pass. his screen to Zavarik, picks up 7 yards. And the Red Tornadoes are now faced with a 4th and 6. And the punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. Shenandoah takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Quarterback, Sabatina's fumbles, and Shenandoah recovers the fumble. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Halfback, number 22, Chaponis, picks up 5 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 5 at the 25. And there you see the flag is thrown. Number 22, Chaponis again. And 3rd and 5 now at the 25. The pass by Shirakis goes out of bounds. 2nd and 10 at the 31. Number 31, Jack Curry on the carry. Number 37, Seth Major making a stop. Brings up a 3rd and 5 at the 36. And again, there's a fumble, number 31 fumbling, but number 10, quarterback Shirakis, dives on the ball. Shenandoah now in punt formation, but the play is blown dead and a 5-yard penalty. And once again, we jump off sides. Mount Carmel gets penalized. Brings up a 1st and 5. Number 22, Chaponis gets 2 at 37. Seth Mazur making the tackle. On 2nd and 3, Shirakis' pass. It was deflected by Greg Kent, dropping back from the 10 position. 3rd and 3. Quarterback Shirakis again drops back. And this time he finds number 32, Tommy Lickney, for 2 yards. Rob Gergen, number 12, making the tackle. 4th and 1, Shenandoah's punt goes out of bounds. Brings up a 1st and 10 for Mount Carmel area. Number 23, Robbie Zavarik on a dive. Picks up 13 yards. Number 30, Tom Kowalananek on the stop. 1st and 10. Handoff to Robbie Zavarik. And this time he goes through for 12 yards. 1st and 10. Zavarik fumbles. And Shenandoah recovers to stop the Mount Carmel drive. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Quarterback, number 10 under center. Shirakis drops back, and his pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Shirakis going back. He's initially spun around by Gergen. Pitches to number 32, Tommy Lickney, who's hit by number 86, Tony Chicotano, and he fumbles, and it's recovered by number 67, Ed Cuff. Mount Carmel area, 1st and 10 at zone 47. Quarterback Rupp. It's Jed Karpinski, and Jed takes it all the way, 53 yards for a Red Tornado touchdown. Extra point is wide right. And the scoreboard with 2:12 left in the first half, Mount Carmel area 27, Shenandoah nothing. Greg Kent kicking off. And his kickoff is returned 7 yards. Couldn't pick up the number of ball carrier. 1st and 10 at the 12. Number 12, Rob Gergen hits the quarterback, Shirakis, and the pulling guard, Caputo, into the fullback, Ulickney. 2nd and 11. Quarterback Shirakis. Number 67, Ed Cuff sacks him for a 5-yard loss. 3rd and 16. Number 33, Ulickney, loses 1. Vince Giacomini on the tackle. 3rd and 17. And this play is blown dead as you saw the official throw the flag. Shenandoah still with a 3rd down. Shirakis' pass over the middle is completed to number 31, Tom Chernesky for 12 yards. Mark Matro on the stop. 4th and 5, a fake punt, and Chaponis gets down the sideline 13 yards before Seth Mazer makes the tackle. 1st and 10 for Shenandoah. Shirakis, straight drop back, and the pass is overthrown. Shenandoah now has a 2nd and 10. Shirakis again going back to pass. And this pass sails out of bounds. On 3rd and 10, Shirakis going to try it again. Only this time, number 79, Pete Bridey, gets in and sacks him for a 9-yard loss. Shenandoah now with a 4th and 19. Chaponis on a draw takes out the cameraman, gets 9 yards, a host of tacklers, and the scoreboard shows the end of the first half. On Carmel area 27, Shenandoah nothing. Begin the second half. Kent's kickoff goes into the end zone for another touchback. Ball is brought out to the 20 where Shenandoah takes over, 1st and 10. Number 31, John Fleury, loses 2 yards. And now Shenandoah has a 2nd and 12 at the 18. Shirakis pass over the middle to Mike Ulickney, good for 5 with Matro making the stop. 3rd and 7 at the 23. And once again, you see the headlines would throw the flag. 3rd and 12 at the 18. Shirakis dropping back to pass. And this pass is short. 4th and 12 at the 18. Tomasakis is punt. Sort of off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds. Red Tornadoes take over, 1st and 10. Number 23, Robbie Zabarak, picks up 5 yards. And now on a 2nd and 5, Zabarak gets a yard. Red Tornadoes now have a 3rd and 4. Quarterback, Paul Shemansky. And his pass is intercepted by number 14, Stasuli. Shenandoah with a 1st and 10. Bonus gets 2 yards with number 38, Eric Catch, making the tackle. On 2nd and 8, Tom Ulickney gets the carry, picks up 2 with Bridey, number 79 on the tackle. That brings up a 3rd and 6. Shirakis dropping back to pass, and his pass is short and ball's incomplete. 4th and 6, Tomasakis is punt. Again goes out of bounds as they're avoiding Eric. 1st and 10 from Red Tornadoes. Number 37, Seth Mazer, picks up 2 yards with number 41, Bernie Chakevich, on the stop. 2nd and 8. Again, the handoff to Mazer, who picks up 2 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 6. This time, the pitch is on an option to Zabarak, and Zabarak makes his way down over the 1st down marker, a gain of 7. Red Tornadoes 1st and 10, Danny Rupp in at quarterback, number 9. On a keeper, picks up 2 with number 78, Joe Kowalman on the stop. 2nd and 8. Rupp back to pass and sacked by number 41, Chadkevich, for a loss of 6. Take care of the fast rush. Jazz calls a screen pass, but it's broken up by Kowalman. That brings up a 4th down. Robbie Zavarik in punt formation. And his punt is down deep in Shenandoah territory. It's like about the 11, 12-yard line. Shenandoah 1st and 10. Chaponis picks up 1. 2nd and 9. Chaponis again gets the carry and picks up 2 yards. Then on 3rd and 7 at the 17, quarterback Shirakis under center, drops back to pass, and his pass is broken up by Metro. Shenandoah with a 4th and 7 at their own 17. Tomasakis' punt is taken by number 32, Eddie Dimnick. Red Tornadoes now with a 1st and 10 at the Shenandoah 43. Number 32, Eddie Dimnick, picks up 2 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 8 at the 41. Szymanski back in at quarterback. And his pass is broken up. Number 14. 3rd and 8 at the 41. And Szymanski's pass is thrown out of bounds. Shenandoah 1st and 10. Number 12, Rob Gergen, sacks quarterback Shirakis for a loss of 8 yards. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter, 27-0 Red Tornadoes. Now a 2nd and 18, and Ulickney picks up 3 yards. On 3rd and 15, Shirakis takes off down the right sideline, and after a 6-yard gain, runs out of bounds. 4th and 9, Tomasakis' punt is taken by Robbie Zavarik, and he's on his way all the way, but there is a flag down. Play is called back. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes on their own 26. Seth Mazer takes a handoff from Danny Rupp and gets 4 yards. 2nd and 6 at the 30. Red Tornadoes spreading the field out, but the play is blown dead. See the flag flying. Repeat 2nd and 11 at the 25. Quarterback Rupp back to pass. Pulls it in and decides to run and picks up 4 yards on the play. Red Tornadoes now are faced with a 3rd and 7 at their own 29. Quarterback Rupp, straight drop back, and he finds big number 7, Paul Szymanski, good for a 25-yard pickup. We pick up further action now with Rupp's pass falling incomplete. Mount Carmel area on the 7 with a 2nd and 10. Rupp's flare pass to number 32, Eddie Dimnick, is good for a 1st down and a pickup of 10 yards. 1st and 10 at their own 17. And the Red Tornadoes recover their own fumble at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 at the 17. And once again, we take off early and 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd and 15 at the 12. Danny Rupp at the quarterback position. And fades back. Tries to hit Jake Karpinski. Pass is overthrown. 3rd and 15 at the 12. Rupp again going back to pass. tucks it in when he can't find anyone open, and gets 5 yards out to the 17. 4th and 10 at the 17. Robbie Zabarak in punt formation. And there's a fair catch by Shenandoah back. 1st and 10 for the Shenandoah Blue Devils. Quarterback Sharakas pass. It's complete to number 30, Tom Kolonic, for 13 yards. 1st and 10. Quarterback Sharakas again back to pass. This time he is sacked by number 12, Rob Gergen, and Jim Ambrose for an 11-yard loss. 2nd and 21. Sharakas again back to pass. And pass is dropped. On 3rd and 21. Quarterback Sharakas again attempting to pass. And this time, Jimmy Ambrose gets him for a sack. Loss of 9. 4th and 30. And we see Zabarak taking the punt. And he's tackled by number 31, John Curry. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes. Quarterback Szymanski's pass is completed to Greg Kent, and Greg picks up 21 yards on the play. Red Tornadoes now with a 1st and 10 at the 44. Danny Rupp drops back to pass, and pass falls incomplete. Now, Rupp hits Kent with a 21-yard completion on that last play. Szymanski's pass is thrown out of bounds. 2nd and 10 at the 23. Quarterback Rupp again back. And Rupp is sacked for a 70-yard loss. Brings up a 3rd and 17 at the 30. Quarterback Rupp under center. Again dropping back to pass. And he throws a short one out to Robbie Zabarak. He takes it for 9 yards. Brings up a 4th and 8 at the 21. Zabarak attempts a 38-yard field goal, and it is good, as you see the official signal. Scoreboard with 39 seconds left in the game. Mount Carmel area 30, Shenandoah nothing. Szymanski in to kick off, and Szymanski puts his kickoff bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Blue Devils now have a 1st and 10 from their own 20. Handoff goes to Chaponis. He picks up 8 yards. Number 53, John Carmaccio, making the tackle. Now it's a 2nd and 2 at the 28. Sharakas still in there at quarterback, and his pass is incomplete. 3rd and 2 at the 28. And coming in from his right end position, Paul Szymanski sacks quarterback Sharakas for a loss of 9. Mount Carmel area 30, Shenandoah nothing on the scoreboard as the game comes to an end. And the final score in this 1977 encounter at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Shenandoah, Pennsylvania, was the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 30, the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils 0. This was Mount Carmel area's all-time win number, as you see there, 493. But with the 4 additional games we have just found, it's now number 497.